What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Let's get into it. All right, so we are losing a lot of shows over at the CW, and some of them surprised me. Um, let's see what has gotten canceled. Walker Independent got canceled, which is surprising because they were doing a pretty steady job of promoting the main Walker show. They put a lot of money into that. They got was it Jared Padalecki is playing Walker. The original, my aunt used to watch the original Walker Texas Ranger. So for this one, I watched like part of the episode. And it just wasn't the same, but it looked like they were going to cancel Walker, and then what they decided to do was bring it back for a fourth season, but it's shortened, so they're not going to do a full season on it. But it's just going to do. I think they're only doing like 12 episodes or something like that instead of the full season. So I don't know if that means that the show is going away permanently, but Walker Independence, which is the prequel set in the 1800s, with it's one of the relatives of Walker. Um, that one got canceled. They canceled Kung Fu, and then they canceled. They can This is the one that shocked me. They canceled the Winchesters. They spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of time marketing the Winchesters. Um, Jensen Ackles was the executive producer along with his wife. Supernatural ran on the CW for 15 years. Over, I think it has 327 episodes. Supernatural has more episodes than All in the Family, MASH, Cheers. Those are some of the longest running shows in the history of television, and Supernatural has more episodes than them. So it was such a huge staple on the CW and originally on the WB as well. I remember that Buffy and Supernatural and all, and Angel, they had all these shows. And like I said, it ran for 15 years on the CW. And so when they announced this prequel, The Winchesters, everybody got excited, especially since Jensen Ackles was, since he was obviously a prominent figure on Supernatural as one of the Winchester brothers, Sam and Dean. But it just I got it just for whatever reason, maybe it's too expensive. It just didn't resonate with people, and the CW decided, hey, we gotta. They're doing everything's changing, especially now that like all these Warner Brothers is merging and all that. It was Warner Brothers and CBS that owned the CW together, but I think they've sold it when they did the merger. They spun it off, so a lot of these shows are getting canceled and stuff because if the company that owns the CW now, if they don't own the show or own a piece of the show, it's not worth it for them to keep they have to keep paying these licensing fees. That show SWAT that's on CBS, they were a victim of that. SWAT got canceled, and then the was it Shamar Moore, who plays Hondo on that show, he started talking about, he's like, oh, you guys canceled one of the only shows with a black male lead, blah, blah, blah. CBS went back to Sony. They sat back down. They renegotiated to a more reasonable licensing fee. And then so SWAT's coming back because of that. But, a lot of these shows in the shuffle and different ownership and all that stuff, it just didn't make it. Like I said, I came up watching when the CW was the WB and they had the Wayans, and like I said, Buffy the Vampire Slayer was, required viewing, every week in this house. So, it's kind of weird, like I said, Supernatural has so many fans, and I hate that the Winchesters, from what I saw, they tried to be very respectful to the original Supernatural series with the Winchester. I peeped a couple episodes, and it looked like they were trying to be faithful. And Jensen Ackles, if you saw the season finale for season one, they did some kind of time loop thing, and Jensen Ackles was able to come in, and meet his parents. They did a thing, so it was. I thought they were gonna be. I thought for sure that show was coming back, and it got canceled. So, but if you guys watch the Winchesters, What were your thoughts about it? Should they have made? Because like I said, they did do. I noticed when they did the reboot, when they do the same thing they do. They try to diversity, inclusion. They did some stuff, because it's set like in the 60s and 70s or whatever, and they did some stuff, and maybe that turned people off. I don't know. But if you watched it, what are your thoughts on it? Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please check out my podcast at anchor.fm/Ikari Press, or just type in Ikari Press on your favorite streaming platform today.